Me is Alon Lits, who is General Manager of Uber Johannesburg, here to explain how you can order ice cream or frozen yogurt on your smartphone. Well, what a coincidence. You know, I've got one now, Alan. I'm still learning how to work the phone part of it, never mind all the stuff that can put men on the moon. So what about this yogurt business now?
So on Saturday we in Joburg, Cape Town and Durban, and on Friday in 141 other cities around the world, you are able to request ice cream on demand using your smartphone.
So this is an example of what you can order.
A local partnership in Joburg, exactly. So all you had to do was log onto your smartphone into the Uber app, scroll over to the bottom to the Froyo option. You would see little ice cream cones appear on the application, as well as an expected arrival time, how long it will take until your ice cream arrives. You then simply click request, and you'd see a picture of the driver bringing you your ice cream, and you would watch him in real time drive towards you, and then you'd be lucky enough to see him pull up on the side of the road with bearing gifts, I guess.
So maybe ice cream and frozen yogurt, I'm thinking about it being winter, maybe you are thinking about putting other products on the line. Is there any such plans in place?
So I guess, first of all, it's never too cold for frozen yogurt. But look, our core product's definitely delivering cars to people in 5 minutes. We're really excited about the potential that ice cream unlocks for us, for our driver partners, for our customer base. But it's less about testing the waters and more about showing what we're about as a company.
Well, why ice cream? Why did you choose that?
I just think it's something fun. It's something that everyone loves. It's universal, whether you're in Joburg or Beijing, everyone loves ice cream. So it's really something that speaks to everyone around the world, and Uber's a really global company.
I've been trying to prod this new, more products on just to try and get maybe a beer, glass of wine.
You know, I think beer is pretty universal too.
But let's go back to Uber, and just a step away from the ice cream and frozen yogurt. We've seen a lot of media reports about some of the legal troubles that Uber is facing. Take us back. What's behind all of that, and is it really because the business model is really undercutting the normal cabs that operate in major cities?
So I think you're talking about disruptive technology. You're talking about industries that haven't been forced to change in so long. Transport, I mean, there's a nice anecdotal example. In Liverpool, I think the taxi regulation still states that you need to have hay with you at all times for your horse, just to show you how long it's been since this regulation's been updated. So you're just talking about people with vested interests that are unhappy given the change. But at the end of the day, when Uber enters a city, consumers win with a safe, reliable transport network. Drivers win with a new opportunity to earn more income and manage their time in a more flexible manner.
What is it that is happening? Because, I mean, people have got phones on them. They can phone cab companies. What is it about this app that is giving you the advantage here?
I just think it makes it completely convenient. And it's also about, it's the magic of the app.
But how does it work? Just remind me.
So you literally, you first download the Uber application, assuming you have that, you register. When you register with your name, your email address and your cell phone number. And then you've got to upload your banking details. So once you've done that the first time, you then simply log into the application. So similar to the ice cream, when you open up the app, you'll see a number of cars on the application, and those are cars in real time around you. You then see also their arrival time, so there's complete transparency. It's not phoning into a call center, which can sometimes be a bit of a black box. You know exactly the next car will be 5 minutes away before he picks you up.
Instead of saying, well, it'll be there in about an hour, and it isn't.
Exactly. Once you request the trip, you see the driver's name appear in the application, the car that he's driving, and his number plate. So from a safety perspective, you know exactly whose car you're getting into.
What about your pricing structure? Because, I mean, this is where the tension really is, that you're somehow able to charge significantly below what the normal cabs are charging.
So our pricing is very competitive. And it's all about reaching that scale. You're taking something which didn't used to be that efficient and wasn't really reaching volume, to something that's extremely efficient, and people are using it as a way to get around the city. So instead of maybe doing 2 trips a day, drivers can do 10 trips a day, and that's where the game changer is.
So it sounds to me like an industry-changing thing, that you're not going to go back. People are going to go for this, as they went for Amazon to order books over the internet. A lot of people still go to bookshops, but Amazon is now a huge business. How did you get into this? And I mean, it's a global company, isn't it? So what were you? How did you hook up with Uber?
Yeah, so we were chatting about it earlier. Very randomly, I was contacted through LinkedIn. So I guess it's a nice tech story that I landed up at a tech startup, contacted through LinkedIn.
And what were you doing before?
Before that, I was in banking, and then I studied overseas, then I was back here working in private equity.
And of course, there's also people who want to get into the Uber network, and I understand that there are means of doing that. If you have a vehicle and you have a driver, you can be a part of this phenomenal story.
Exactly. So provided that you meet the regulation, you can partner with us. Provided your car meets the minimum requirements, you can definitely partner with us. If people are interested, they can email us to partnersjoburg@uber.com, and we'll let them know what the exact requirements are and take it forward with them.
Is it like a franchise? So you have to put money in order to make money?
No, not at all. Provided you have the vehicle. So why it's great is existing operators who've already spent money on their vehicles can now unlock more money. They can continue working with their existing clients, but now during their downtime, log into the Uber application as a partner driver and get more work. So it's really lead generation software for them.
We should go into this. Huh?
Absolutely. We should take your wonderful Cadillac and we should put it in and let's make some money off Uber.
The car that you won't mention that you drive.
No, I've actually already tried. I've already applied,
that she drives a Mercedes.
I already have. I promise. I've already applied and I've got the whole response about what I need to do. But here's my question. So I've gotten a response about how I can get into the Uber network, but I didn't get a response about how I can partner on the ice cream front. How do I get that value addition on as well?
So in Joburg, we partnered with Fila Yogurt, and in Durban and in Cape Town, we partnered with Myog. So it was about finding a local brand that people love, and that's what we went with at the end of the day.
Well, we'll have to end there. Fascinating technology and fascinating effects that it's having. That's Alon Lits, who is General Manager of Uber Johannesburg.